What's up? It's your boy Kevin to turn on this motherfucking YouTube shit. Wow, what the fuck?
What's up? It's your boy Kevin to turn on YouTube shit. Hey man, say man, we are Lit to man, turn. So motherfucker day. So here outside, big crib in the gang. So here outside shit, man. Free Palestine, free Congo, Russia do your thing in Texas. Stand the fuck up. Each day is new day, be a better version of yourself. Never let somebody tell you who you are, but also never put yourself in a position to belong. Always fight back. Let's keep on this revolution. Keep Yahweh first. Come to the black Hebrew Israelite as a real Jew. We out here. Alright. Boom. Today, this motherfucking day. So hitting outside. Big crib in the gang. She hitting outside shit, man. I probably obliterate that shit. Hey, man. Say, man. Your boy out here, though, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe. Turn over to your boy, man. We'll continue to post some good shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So, this is what we're about to talk about, man. That shit no jumper, bro. You know what I'm saying? We seen how that shit went down. At this point, boy, you don't know what the fucking happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk, bro. I don't know, bro. Like, you just don't know no more, bro. People really acting a damn fool out here. You feel what I'm saying? But, you know, that's what you came to expect at this point. You feel what I'm saying? Like, these motherfuckers these niggas crashing out for like $1,000 worth of check. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, they trying to make a living. You get what I'm saying? But it's like that. Smart motherfucker getting up this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker bringing other people to come in for a gang fight. Like, bro, this shit getting wild in the bitch. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, say, man. When you see shit like this, bro, you gotta be ready for wherever. You get what I'm saying? But hopefully we can get some shit out this motherfucking situation. You know what I'm saying? And keep Adam ass pressed. You know what I'm saying? And shit. And that's how we get it. Let's get to it. Hey, shout out to Point and Shoot, man. Let's get on their goofy asses. Hey, man, say, man, I know y'all been waiting for your boy to jump on this motherfucking power and get lit, bitch. Hey, man, this shit gonna be a good one. Hey, turn up. Bro, you know we like to get on a motherfucker.
Alright, so for this video, I want to talk to you guys about this Lemon the Plug Jason Love scandal because it's getting very interesting. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So let me explain. So a few years ago, the 16 of Nashua and his gross wife, Lemon the Plug, were married. But shortly thereafter, the 16 reluctantly agreed to surrender his wife into the arms of cornstar Jason Love for passionate love making, and this crushed the 16. It devastated him because after she did the scene and she came home to him, he knew that she was in love with Jason. What? And this is crushing their marriage. It's becoming a strain on their whole relationship. It took months. The 16 says it took months for him to emotionally recover from all the personal anguish and the torment, the lack of dignity, and basically just the overall feeling of being cucked. I mean, this really put a strain on his life, and he says it took months to get over this.
You know you're still not over the first man your wife.
How am I not over?
Put a fucking.
I thought about that in weeks.
It happened months ago.
Breaking her ass.
The first month might have been hard.
A TNT candlestick.
No, I'm totally over that.
You know, I find it so funny that the 16 constantly is just parading himself around talking about, I don't care that my wife sleeps with other men. That's just porn. That's not cheating because it's on camera. We have a healthy marriage. Like, well, then why did it devastate you?
What?
Why were you so devastated? Why did it take you so long after to cope with your cuckoldery? And so it's like, sure, now you're okay with it. Now you can say you're okay with it because you've already gone through hell. You've already felt all the devastation. And his wife felt terribly for him because she knew that she had just had sex with the man that she's truly in love with, and that the 16 had no choice but to just lay back and accept it. And Lena the Plug actually slightly felt guilt because of the fact that she allowed her husband to be cucked by Jason Love. She felt guilty for this.
We still don't know like how he's gonna feel when the scene actually comes out. But I gonna watch it. It's all baby steps. I mean, first I was like, I don't want you to watch it because I feel guilty, but now I'm like, I want you to watch it and I want you to yourself to it. That's where I'm at now.
So she goes through with it. She devastates her husband. The tape comes out. The tape was awful.
Like a sack of
flour. It was completely terrible. Everyone hated it. Everyone was making fun of how cringe it was, how shitty it looked. I mean, it was a total failure. The reviews were terrible, and Jason Love was embarrassed by this, I think. And he held a grudge, I think. And this is why I think that he sent shots at ADAM16 and basically said that he's better than him.
Do you think that you're better than Adam did?
Well, obviously, yes. I'm pretty sure he probably felt different with Adam for her.
I just got done doing that too.
Emotions, but as for the physical aspect of getting...
Okay.
And then ADAM16 got mad and responded by saying he was going to expose Jason Love for some horrifying secret that we don't know about yet. But still, this feud caused Lena the Plug and Jason Love to sort of not work with each other for a while. And it looked like the 16 had forbidden her from working with him again. But she doesn't give a fuck about what the 16 says. She knows that he's cucked and that she can do whatever she wants. So that's exactly what she did. And recently, she has been doing more with Jason Love. And I'll tell you this. The 16 seems like he is on edge. He seems so grumpy and just mad as fuck.
Is the music seriously that loud? What the fuck is wrong with these girls? Just so you guys know, it's a plug talk day. We gotta make sure that door stays closed. This is insane. But anyway, so
listen to how he's talking about his wife. He's like, what the fuck is... Wow, so he's really mad. Listen to him.
God damn, I really just wanted to get through the story of these pieces of shit. Oh, they closed the... whatever.
These pieces of shit?
What?
He calls his wife... I guarantee you, he calls his wife a piece of shit behind closed doors. He's very abusive, probably, I think. That's crazy. He said that on King's like, these pieces of shit, these fucking bitches. What? That's insane. So the 16 is obviously probably not happy about this new Jason Love scene. And he hates seeing her with him and how she's just absolutely glowing. He's sweeping her off of her feet.
Insane. It's an Adam filming.
Jason, come in.
And the 16 has no choice but to just sit there cucked once again. So this next clip is actually the first clip. This is the first official clip. This is where Vlad asks Lena the Plug about this new tape because Vlad says he's very suspicious about something about the tape. We'll watch this.
Well, why'd you go with Jason Love again? Because remember, after the first one, there was like some back and forth where he was like talking some shit about Adam and... You know, Adam threatened to expose him about certain things that, you know, I know, but we're not going to talk about. Like, why go back with him again when there's a plethora of male talent?
So Vlad's putting him on the spot. The 16 looks so uncomfortable. He's just squirming in his chair. Pay attention to the 16, how uncomfortable he looks and how cuckworthy he truly is.
Lena, you did your second scene with Jason Love.
I did.
On a boat.
Did you watch it?
I did.
You did? Oh my god.
Next one of us in this room. I'm not let's
I was like,
I gotta do my research. I gotta do my research
my
before I come in.
You were doing his research.
I had to talk about certain parts of
you
that.
didn't have to watch all of it.
Well, I kind of skimmed to the end. Skimmed to the end.
Oh my god. So Lena's like, oh my god, you watched it? Oh my god, you really did? And Vlad's like, well, I skimmed to the end.
Yeah.
Skip to the end.
He like, he was that shit in slow-mo, all types of shit.
He's like, I'm not watching this bullshit. So
calculate the transaction of the actor.
Didn't sit well with him, and that's what he asks about next. Wait until you hear this. This is going to embarrass Lena severely.
I would have to say, it did not look like he came at the end.
Damn.
Am I right? Clearly, you're not arguing with me right now.
So are you listening? What the fuck you just said?
That shit like Velcro. I'm telling y'all niggas.
That is diabolically insane. And she's so embarrassed. Her face is actually bright
like
red,
Velcro,
but you can't tell
bitch.
how blushed she is because of all the concealer and the liquid foundation. She's wearing
all that
a litany
liposuction
of
ain't gonna
makeup,
help, bitch.
and she just looks so horribly disgusting. But she is embarrassed, and her face is actually bright red underneath all that. And the 16 is just sitting there going, "Oh my god, I can't believe." This is literally, when I saw this, I leapt from my chair and I was like, wow. Jason Love couldn't even force himself to pretend to like Lena the Plug. And she is like in love with him. He is the man of her dreams, and he can't even achieve the ending of situations. So she must be crushed. Her heart must be broken. And Vlad's sitting here like, so he did not come at the end, correct? This is so special. I want to play some more.
This is something that you don't do in the industry. You don't like air people's secrets, Vlad.
It's not even a secret. I'm watching. This was no personal conversation I had with it. It was like at the end, I'm looking at it going, yeah, that's not what they're trying to make it to be. This is
that shit dirty.
I mean, listen, it happens, right?
It does happen.
Good. You can't really.
Like if I don't have BV, but if I had BV and a guy smelled it on set and went and told everyone, that is. Everyone is allowed to have a bad day, and you don't go around and talk shit about people. Because
wow, so now she's blaming this failure on him, and she's saying, like, we don't want to talk about this because we don't want this getting out because people will talk shit about Jason. And I'm like, what? This doesn't even make Jason look bad. This is completely understandable for him not to be able to achieve the arousal necessary to generate that type of stimulus. This is Lena the Plug we're talking about. She's fucking gross. She's disgusting. So it's completely understandable. We have compassion for Jason Love for having had to endure that scene that they did. And she also says that he probably couldn't get there because he was under too much pressure.
You have to be perfect. And if you're not perfect, the company might not call you back. Everyone on set does not get paid.
Do have a good
wait. So let me get this straight. So Lena's had her second opportunity with her multi-trillion-dollar video shoot with this superstar Jason Love guy, and you failed again. So what does this mean for your career? Are you gonna what do you call it? Retire soon? Are you gonna take this as a maybe I suck and maybe I should just disappear from the internet? I mean, what's going on with you? You're not good. Do you understand?
The only time to shine
way too
is to get cut by a nigga.
Unsexy, way too
and she can't make the nigga bust.
To be pursuing this type of work. You need to just take your millions and quietly ride off into the sunset, okay, and go and buy yourself a couple of Jamba Juice franchises or start running Chipotles or something and just live your life. But this is not working.
Got one job to do.
Vlad TV calling you out for not. I mean, this is really crazy to me. I thought that I would share. So, thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you guys on the next one.
And then one day she just says to me, she's like, I don't know how you're going to feel about this, but I think the most logical person is Jason.
That's crazy. So look at this. We got ADAM22 bringing up some niggas ops, and he wonder why people won't come to the motherfucking platform. It's like, damn, so niggas come on the platform. You gonna bring us out the country and backdoor, nigga? Like, what the fuck, nigga? That's wild.
Anyway, what do I have to do to show you that I have no anti-Hoover bias? I don't think I have one.
I do. And see, I do. This is my nephew, all right? I got a bunch of other nephews. They whoop 4 extra out. My nephew TK whooped him. Whooped 4 leaf out too on Hoover, though. What you mean? Like everybody here whooped that he's talking about off the back. We don't do nothing off the back. We need all off the tippy top. We need all off the tippy top. When the bird come in, bitch, give me mine off the top.
It's off the bone. What does this mean exactly?
That means
top versus off the back?
They off the back. That means they back there, off the top. Like when you open this bitch, like before I got here, first, give me mine first. Off the back. Like what you want your shit second for? Waiting on your money. No, we off the top.
Oh, it's like a pimp thing.
Nah, ain't no pimp.
I I'm just trying to
You try to play a nigga like we ain't stupid, bro. We ain't dumb.
I'm just trying to figure out.
I'm gonna help you out. Get high. I want you to get high. My whole thing is that I'm just trying to show you that. Listen, if you are completely biased in this whole, like my whole thing is that look, you
got a whole wand
to people to promote gang violence in our community. The same thing you just did with the King Pill situation.
That was really like not in my hands. He tried to fight me.
Why was he trying to fight you?
I guess because
you bullshit.
What?
It's a fact.
Y'all be doing in this content, this whole content shit. Like it's kind of crazy because see, you don't really understand that like things that we say on these podcasts and out in public, the people who are not on podcasts who are just watching it on their phones, they perceive it a different way. Some of them might perceive it violently.
Right. That's why I try not to say anything offensive about anybody's hoods or anything.
So what I'm saying is that if you're giving opportunities to other people, right, to spew their philosophy, their propaganda, their bullshit, it's half-truths, you got to be able to flip the script and say, okay, well, let me hear what these guys gotta say.
You know, I just thought of the best argument I could possibly use.
You really don't have an argument right now.
If I was from Neighborhood, why would I do a podcast with WACK every week?
He don't beef with him.
Wait, WACK is from Neighborhood.
If Big U was going to list all his biggest ops in the whole world, WACK100 would be near the top of that list.
That's just all recent shit. That's all recent shit.
But that was before I started podcasting.
No. Fuck all that. We got video when WACK100, right, is calling the homies from BPS and telling them, don't fuck with the Hoovers, fuck with the neighborhoods.
That was WACK.
Yeah, we got that. Yeah, it's on the internet. The nigga Bone can vouch for it.
I have no idea.
On gang. Because they on the internet together. So from that point on, right? From that point on,
we could just leave it, you know.
That whole podcast situation, right? You've been an op to us, bro.
Since which situation, though?
I just told you how far it goes back.
Right.
When you start fucking with WACK. WACK is really a neighborhood. He got more love and respect in neighborhood than probably a lot of places that he go.
Well, there's very few neighborhood members
sure
that he speaks to.
That's true. But the ones he speak to,
Adam over the shit that, you know what I'm saying?
Me either.
Crip Mac and all them niggas.
We were both on the podcast for 2 years and they never ran into each other because we had to keep them apart because we didn't want to see each other.
Good job. Like, you giving people opportunities to fuck their life off is what you're doing.
Not really.
Yes, really.
When I hire somebody like Brick Baby, do you think in any way I'm saying like, hey, you need to incriminate yourself on the podcast. You need to tell all the craziest stories about the craziest illegal shit you've done. No, in fact, I actually don't care if you talk about your personal life or who you beef with or whatever at all. If you want to just talk about other people and what's going on with music and other people, like that's totally fine. I'm not like, you know, even somebody like 4Extras who, for however much certain hoods might hate him, he never came on here. Even when Munchie B was talking crazy about him, he did not come on here and talk crazy about Munchie B. He never used this as a platform to go in on his ops, besides maybe in a general sense saying that he just doesn't f with them. But he was never using it to like pinpoint certain people and shit on them, which I appreciate. And same thing with Crip Mac.
No, Crip Mac.
Crip Mac got temporarily suspended from the podcast for talking shit about the Hoovers on a live episode.
Okay. But that ain't Crip Mac nigga.
He still did it, right?
But
so I'm saying, and if it wasn't live, we would have edited it out. It's a different situation because, see, you're giving the whole internet their side of the story. And you've been giving it away for a long time. They didn't have your platform tied up with all that bullshit for a long time. Don't you want something fresh and new?
Sure. I'm always looking for something fresh and new.
Okay. So let me ask you this. We got to get to the bottom of this situation about the whole little situation of the climate that you bring. You empower people to do bullshit. Right? The whole 4Extra and the carrot situation, like I'm saying, like that's not true. I wouldn't even put that on him.
Right, but if there's something like that that's in the news, people are making videos about it, it's fully out there. There's Instagram posts about it. People are having that conversation, and then I do an interview with them. It's only right that I ask him, right? I would say let's just leave it because I feel like some other people are going to come at some point. Sorry. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like that's the kind of thing that I just need to ask about in order to do a decent interview. Even if he 100% denied it, it's like we still can have a conversation about it, right?
I agree, you still can, right? But at the end of the day, right, the climate that has caused, right, the rumors, right?
But those rumors existed before I did the interview.
No, not with this individual.
Yeah, but that's what I was asking him about was what people were already making videos about.
I agree, right? So
I might be the biggest platform that touched the subject.
So what I'm trying to explain to you is that, so it looks like, in our opinion, that you're promoting accessory to rape.
No.
Like, the story is that he knocked somebody out.
Real quick,
somebody from over that was partially impaired. Alright, I got a quote for you, little bro. Wherever you at, Soul or Perks, whatever you own, I got a quote for you. The mighty lion toys with the mouse that crosses his path, because to do anything else would fuck up his reputation. Like, see, everybody is all excited about this dude hand getting blew off, all the busters, right? I'm not. I'm sad because I understand. Listen, I know what's going on. I'm right here.
Yeah, it's kind of cooked. You know, once you blow up
I'm
your
not taking
hand,
away from nothing from nobody.
man.
This gang
especially
shit.
that type of big
But you don't take an easy opportunity to dump on somebody when they have a case of bad luck.
I don't. But
I respect
at the end of the day, like, he did a lot of damage, and you helped him do a lot of damage to our community.
He was kind of like a Captain Hook
because of the whole situation that he has going on with himself, right? And what I mean by that is that you got him up here, and he's telling you about all the non-affiliates that he whooped. Telling you he only got clout because of what? Because he said he whooped Jet 5. Right? That's all. So I give a fuck about no 4 extra. What makes him amazing? What me being a gamer, me being from Uber, me having something to say about all these other dudes, that didn't get me on the Twitter. You have to do your research to see who I was, right?
Well, you got videos about you, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, why does 4 extra need to do anything besides just be a compelling personality in order to be on a podcast? Or do interviews.
That's exactly what he's doing. He's been a compelling personality, right? Yeah. But at the same time, you're not telling the whole story, bro. You're telling about all the times you won.
But I can't make anybody tell the truth.
No, but what it is that being that you're a journalist, you're supposed to go. I keep telling you, checking ain't cheating. I don't think I am a journalist. I think you are.
Like, if someone tells, like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to, like, somehow, like, go into the jail records or interview a bunch of people independently to find out if these fight stories are true? Like, it's not possible.
No, that's not exactly what I'm talking about, because some of them are true. He's only telling the ones that are true. You're not telling the ones that everybody in your weight class, everybody in your status. TK from 92's my nephew. Groove Mac. Homie from 5'1". Everybody that's in your weight class from our side, you took a loss to already, bro. Right? And it's okay. I know. I'm telling you, I know.
Right, but I don't.
I'm telling you, I
check them in real time.
Just you actually can. You do everything else. This motherfucker's a whole gang haven.
It's
you got all these niggas up here talking this, that, and the other. I'm saying, but at the same time, it's not even about 4 extra. It's about the climate.
As always, shout out to our homies over at Everything 420 for keeping us.
Now, this is the series where, you know what I'm saying, King Pill is gonna put hands, feet, and paws on ADAM22 goofy ass. Adam's such a fucking pussy, man. I don't know which one is bigger pussy, him or his wife, man. They like two big pussies. Let's get into it.
All right, so for this video, I want to talk to you guys about this young Aunt Hefe versus King Pill situation, because I believe that I may have gotten it all wrong in my previous video where I determined that young Aunt Hefe marked out King Pill. And so I'm hoping to install the necessary corrections here so that we can get this thing straightened out, because no one marked out King Pill that day. If anyone got marked out, it was Aunt Hefe that got marked out, not King Pill. So this is what I want to show you guys. I want to show you guys new evidence in this investigation, and I want to start with the first clip. This is going to be young Aunt Hefe And I want to explain what's going on in this clip. So young Aunt Hefe has been taking a lot of backlash lately. And he's been taking this backlash because he refuses to call out the 16 for instigating that confrontation between him and King Bill. And he's just been getting showered with negative comments, calling him a spineless idiot, not a stand-up guy, a coward, a mark. And it just goes on. And young Aunt Hefe is greatly affected by these negative comments. It's really taking a toll on him, because he wants to maintain this street gangster persona, but he also doesn't want to stand on business and hold the 16 accountable for his actions. So he has gotten himself into quite a pickle here, and this is what leads us into our first clip of this lesson. This first clip is going to be young Aunt Hefe on the No Jumper show addressing the backlash and explaining why he is such a coward. Listen to this and pay attention to him. Look at how just unbelievably pathetic he won't even look at the 16. He's basically explaining himself and all of his gang politics to Lush.
Y'all been like all my little supporters and fans, they've been hitting me up. They've been on my line. They asking me why I'm not holding ADAM22 accountable or whatever. So like, my response to that already in the video, but I'm gonna say this, like, everybody that wants No Jumper, y'all pretty much know.
So he's nervous as fuck. He's taking these deep breaths. His heart's pounding. He can't even breathe. He's like, he's just scared as fuck. And he won't look at the 16. Let's continue.
Everybody that watch No Jumper, y'all pretty much know the podcast space that ADAM22 in. Y'all pretty much know the questions he asked. And I don't pretty much think he was trying to throw me up under the bus. If anything, he was like King Pill. So I just like, so Adam's a civilian. When you talking to the members and the members get asked these questions, that's who it fall upon, because you as a member, as you saying you are, like, I expect you to know how to answer that question. Now, if the shoe was on the other foot, Adam put me on blast like, hey, Hefe, what's up with that diss track you took them disses out? I would have known how to answer that to where it just would have shut that completely off to where he wouldn't even have to say nothing. I just would have respected it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, so that pretty much didn't make any sense at all, and he just gives this nonsensical non-answer, really. He doesn't even really, he just kind of dances around it, doesn't he? That's so pathetic. So the correct answer is that he is terrified to push back on the 16 out of fear of losing his spot at No Jumper. He absolutely understands that he is 100% expendable. He is replaceable.
Every time,
he can be replaced overnight. No one would even miss him. And he understands this, and that's why he doesn't say anything, because he knows that the 16 would be like, hey, sorry, man, this is a podcast. I got to do what I got to do. You can go. Fuck off. Fuck A-Tray. Fuck all your homies. Fuck you. And that would pretty much be the end of it at that point. So I just want to show you that now. This next part is going to illustrate this perfectly. The 16 is going to start saying some out-of-pocket shit that he shouldn't really be speaking on from a street perspective, and then young Aunt Hefe, instead of pushing back and shutting it down, he does this tick. Whenever the 16 says anything out-of-pocket gang-wise, young Aunt Hefe lets out a nervous laugh, and this is his defense mechanism. He's terrified.
I feel like if you're a member and you make music in which you diss other hoods, you can't be wishy-washy when somebody brings it up. You gotta say, yeah, that's what I said. Or else, why the fuck are you even saying it?
Adam, would you have asked that?
Am I wrong?
Well, see, that's that
bullshit. Man, you got so much talk about gang politics. He ain't got nothing to talk about his little weak-ass place he came from.
So the 16's really letting it be known. He's really telling these LA gang members how they should behave. He's telling these gang members that, hey, if you make a diss song and you're telling someone that you want to kill him in a song, and then you come to No Jumper and you turn that shit down, nah, you gotta go, fam. You's a bitch. And that's what he's basically saying, and young Aunt Hefe thinks it's funny. Now for this next clip, I want to go over some untruthfulness that's been going on, because they've been trying to rewrite history over there at No Jumper. Young Aunt Hefe and Lush One, the cocaine bot, have been trying to twist around the truth and bend it into something that it's not. And I'm afraid I just can't let that happen, okay? I just got a huge problem with stuff like that, so I want to take you to this next clip. This is going to be very interesting to you guys. This has Lush One in it, and Lush One basically says, hey, fool, like, did you see me do this thing with my eyes when you were talking all that gangster shit, fool? Because I swear to God, my eyes were doing a thing, and they, like, I thought it signaled to you, like, nah, fool. Wait until you hear this, and then I'm just going to have to explain it afterward, because there's so much going on. Look at this.
Weird shit.
Did I read it wrong, or was it literally, like, the face that I made in my eyes? Because I didn't say anything at that point, but, like, when he's like, well, Adam made a comment like, oh, he wasn't dissing that hood, he was just, and then I kind of made a face like, I wasn't even looking. When Adam was talking, I was looking at Adam. When you start talking, I was looking at you, so I didn't even see the face you made. Okay. But I do. So what Lush is saying is that when the 16 was politicking that night and saying that, oh, he wasn't dissing his, it means something different in his hood. And when the 16 said this, Lush reacted by making a face as if to say, actually, no, that's exactly what the fuck that means, homie, but we ain't gonna speak on it, though, you feel me? That's the homie, you feel me? And he wants to be involved in the conversation, so he's asking Aunt Hefe if, hey, was it the face I made of you that made... Wants to be involved in the conversation, so he's asking Aunt Hefe if, hey, was it the face I made of you that made this whole thing jump off, you feel me? Now I'm watching this and I'm going, wait a second, Lush made a face? And so I very quickly rolled back the tape and re-examined it, and I made the determination that young Aunt Hefe absolutely 100% saw Lush make this face. So Lush actually was part of the reason that young Aunt Hefe felt he needed to address King Pill. If it was just the 16 saying a bunch of nonsense, he wouldn't have said anything, but because Lush is official. Lush is highly respected. The gang members, they politic with him. He's an insider. They welcome him into their hoods. Lush is a big deal in LA. So when he made this face, young Aunt Hefe was like, oh, we ain't gonna let that linger, though. And he began to address. So Lush is involved in this provocation, and I'd like to show you the clip right now. Look at this. This is Lush making the face.
I know. And his version of that word means something else.
Yeah, a lot of my shit that I was talking about was in my local community, you feel me? But, yeah, shit, I took it out to reach a wider audience, you feel me?
So, again, Lush is like, I don't know about that one, homie. He for show dissed the set, homie. And young Aunt Hefe is looking right at him. And young Aunt Hefe is going, well, if Lush is going to speak on it, then we ain't going to let that go, you feel me? We going to speak on it. So that's crazy. And he absolutely saw Lush make the face. This face that Lush made was a major reason for young Aunt Hefe to confront King Pill. And it's obvious. I mean, let's look at the tape again. Look at young Aunt Hefe looking at Lush making the face.
And his version of that word means something else.
Yeah, a lot of my shit that I was talking about was in my local community, you feel me? But
so not only did young Aunt Hefe see Lush make this face, but he gazed deep into his eyes when he made the face. So why would he lie to us? Why would young Aunt Hefe lie and say, I wasn't really looking at you, I was looking at Adam when you were speaking? Why would you tell us that lie? You didn't even need to lie about that. You could have easily said, man, I don't even know, that shit was like a long time ago, you feel me? You could have said something else besides just making up this entire lie about how you for sure didn't see him. That's so disrespectful for you to lie to us and make us feel so uncomfortable and violated for being lied to by a new host. I'm sorry, but I just had to point that out. So I'd like to go to this next little piece. I had a major problem with this. This is going to be young Aunt Hefe misrepresenting material facts. This is the rewriting of the history that I was talking about. This is going to be young Aunt Hefe telling a completely different story than what actually happened. What young Aunt Hefe is going to say is that he asked King Pill specifically, what we on, though? Meaning, what do you want to do about this little kerfuffle? Would you like to squabble? Would you like to back down from me? Which option are you going to go with? And that King Pill sort of backed down from him. And I'm not going to lie, this is what it looked like at first glance. But after further review, I've discovered that young Aunt Hefe, not only did he not mark out King Pill, he actually got marked out. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about in this next clip. Look at this clip. Look at young Aunt Hefe. His eyes are darting away. Every time King Pill looks at him, his eyes dart away. He's scared. He won't look at him in the face. And when he says, what we on, though, he's looking away from King Pill at the room. Clarify. As if to say, what we on? What's the next topic? What's the next video that we're going to react to? So King Pill's very confused. He's like, wait a second, is he talking to me? Like, what the fuck's going on? And then young Aunt Hefe goes on to the No Jumper show and misrepresents this and says that he basically fully called out King Pill and King Pill backed down from him and was unwilling to participate in any type of confrontation. I mean, this is a huge lie, right? I mean, what the fuck?
We got past that. Look, once I said,
well, we don't know. That's fighting words.
Clarify. That was that, and like, what we on? I didn't take that out, and I was calling him out. What we on? I set that out there to say either we can get to it or we can leave the subject alone.
So he wants to tell the truth, but he can't because he's afraid. He starts out by saying like he didn't mean it as he was calling anyone out, which is true. But then he follows it up with describing exactly what a call-out is by saying, I just want to see if you wanted to fight over what we were talking about. So he's actually saying, yes, I did challenge him, and I did call him out, and he did turn me down. So he did get marked out. So he's claiming that he marked him out but he's trying to tell it he's trying to finesse it to you because he thinks you're stupid. Now Lush is actually going to try to help young Aunt Hefe lie. And Lush knows for a fact that young Aunt Hefe was looking out into the room when he said what we all know. He was not looking at King Pill. But he wants to throw Aunt Hefe a life raft. He wants to lie for his friend. So he says, he was looking straight at his face, too, fool. I seen it. I seen young Aunt Hefe looking straight at King Pill, and he said, what we on, fool? Like, what are you trying to do, homie? You trying to get down, fool? You trying to squabble on Westlow, so I'll get down, fool? And he's trying to juice up the story in favor of Aunt Hefe. Let's take a look at that.
Either or, it's fine with me. Either we gonna leave the subject alone, or we gonna crash about this. You were looking right at him when you said what we
people know who I'm talking about. You was talking to the room. No, I would have been like, what subject or topic we on? Yeah, I was talking to him when I said, what we on?
He said, what we on? I said, explosive.
For sure.
Wow, so I've got a problem with pretty much everything that he just said, and you'll see why in a second. I'm going to play you this clip of what actually happened that day. Look at
my audience, you feel me? So we ain't going to let that linger on. I'm from 83rd Street, bro. Like, and that shit just to set, you feel me? Like, I know where he from on the set, and I don't play into the little fake politics. He ain't dissing A-Trey on the set. Period. I'm not barring no disrespect from no. Ain't never barred no disrespect from no. Period.
Who said somebody disrespected you?
But still, the topic coming up.
Yeah, that's what I'm
talking to this man, bro. I'm talking to him as the topic lingering, bro.
That I'm disrespecting you?
Bro, you not hear what I'm saying?
Nah.
You said you from a community, right? And you said where it's aimed at.
But it ain't what your said though.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying though.
Okay, so we saying the same shit. So we saying the same shit.
Okay, for sure. Yeah.
We don't gotta talk about it anymore.
Damn. Wow.
So Lush makes this face at young Aunt Hefe like, are you going to sit there and take this shit, fool? And young Aunt Hefe starts to he feels like he has to address it now. So he digs an eye booger out of his eye, wipes it on his cheek, and begins to address the elephant in the room, which is this, this tension. And he doesn't ever direct any of this for King Pill. He's looking at Lush and talking to Lush the whole time. And King Pill's confused. He's like, wait, are you talking to me? Because you're not looking at me when you're talking to me. And he's like, no, I'm talking to this man. What? And he says he's talking to Lush about all these politics. So he's politicking with Lush. And it's just really weird and confusing at this point. And young Aunt Hefe is going on the No Jumper show acting like everyone, it was obvious who he was talking to. It was obvious what he was addressing.
Yeah, people know who I was talking to. Like, it ain't all you was talking to the room. No, I would have been like, what subject or topic we on? Yeah, I was talking to him when I said, what we on?
It wasn't obvious at all. This was the most skittish, most standoffish, most frightened situation I've ever seen in a while. So that's pretty much what happened. And I would just like to say that when King Pill very confidently turned to young Aunt Hefe and attempted to look him in the eyes and say, are you talking about me right now? And when young Aunt Hefe turned that down and said, no, I'm talking to this man. I'm sorry, but that's actually a mark out. That's getting marked out way more so than what we thought King Pill got marked out. King Pill was chilling. Young Aunt Hefe was the one picking his boogers and wiping them on his face, acting all nervous and skittish and weird. King Pill was as cool as a cucumber on a warm summer's eve. Now, this next clip is going to be very strange. You guys are going to think this is very interesting. This is going to be young Aunt Hefe telling a story of what happened after the show ended. This is a very bizarre and, just listen to the story. I'm just going to play the clip. Look at this.
Like, them was like teenage years and shit.
When you walked out of the podcast that day, though, there was no real lingering tension.
Hell no. He walked down gangster. He walked right behind me. Look, he was walking behind me. I got up first. He got up behind me. He said he got to use the bathroom the whole way. I don't walk fast. He was walking behind me the whole time, walking behind me till we got up here to where the bathroom was at, and he was like, hey, Ed, you got to use the bathroom? I'm like, no, I'm out of here. He was like, all right, for sure, bro, I'm about to use the bathroom. And shit, we exit out of here and left.
Yeah. Okay, so why did you tell us that story? What? You literally just told us absolutely nothing. So he walked behind you briefly. Wow. cool story. You know, you don't need to tell a whole story about something like that. And he's doing his fingers, like the play-by-play with his fingers, like these little finger people. He's using his fingers to demonstrate what it looked like when they were walking. And it's supposed to be one person walking in front of another. But this, what he's doing with his fingers doesn't make any sense at all. He's very nervous. And he's filled with deception. And so I just wanted to point all this stuff out for you guys. That was just a very disagreeable story that I thought needed to be included. So thank you guys for sticking around, and make sure to check out the Patreon. And thank you guys who are subscribed, of course. And I'll see you on the next one.
He changed this out of the track. Damn, Wack and his girlfriend. I was hearing some shit about this, man. Hey, you can never trust your female and her past, man. At the end of the day, you just gotta do what you gotta do, gang.
Alright, so for this video, I want to talk to you guys about this spicy little situation where ADAM22 intentionally exposes WACK3Fingers' girlfriend for apparently talking to some other guy a long time ago before Wack came along. Now, WACK100 he has extreme retroactive jealousy. He is absolutely furious about this. He's embarrassed. He's humiliated. He's everything because he can't stand the thought of his girlfriend R&B with another guy. That just sends Wack into a dark place. And so he's absolutely furious about this, and I want to explain to you guys what happened. So the 16 has been getting sick and tired of Wack telling him what to do all the time, telling him who he can and cannot have on the show.
How do you let a motherfucker come in your building, right, and tell you who you not acknowledging and who you supposed to be doing business with? Hey, listen, Adam, I'm making an executive call. All gang members gotta be submitted to the table, and us as a whole, we talk about it. Because it seems to me, they feel like if they press you, they can get in there. Nah, start blaming Wack. Because I'm tripping on this dude right here.
Damn, you ain't feeling Gumby, huh? Yo, everybody gotta go become members and check out the Gumby interview that I did. Wack ain't feeling the energy. Me personally, I thought it was good content. I'm gonna sit down with somebody that got issues with me and make a movie. Paul just told me that Gumby was being forced to perform fellatio at one of their G homes.
So as you can see, tensions are on the rise between these two, and they've been on the rise because, I mean, if you've been paying attention the last few weeks, the 16's been interviewing all these people that hate Wack and vice versa.
We got video when WACK100 is calling the homies from BPS and telling them, don't fuck with the hoovers, fuck with the neighborhoods.
That was Wack.
Yeah, we got that. Yeah, it's on the internet.
And WACK100 has been expressing his disapproval for these interviews.
Wack notably called in tripping out about this fool, basically telling me that I'm in danger of getting extorted.
So what people need to understand about the 16 is that he hates when other people take ownership of any kind of No Jumper, and he gets very angry and he holds grudges against these people. We saw this with Sharp. Remember when Sharp would act like he was part owner of No Jumper? And he would just openly talk about how he helped build No Jumper. He'd be like, Adam, we really did this shit, homie. And I knew that when I got here, homie, that my charisma was going to take No Jumper somewhere where it could never go without me. You did. And the 16's like, this is my podcast? What the fuck are you talking about? You're a film pimp. Get the fuck out. And this is what we're seeing with WACK3Fingers. Now, Wack is thinking that he can call the shots over there. And the 16 is very annoyed by this, and he's getting mad. And so this is why he's intentionally interviewing all of Wack's enemies, it seems like. And now he's taking it a step further, and I think a step too far. And he interviewed someone that doesn't get along with Wack that used to talk to R&B Wack's girlfriend.
I didn't even know that he had beef with Wack when I brought him on, and then Wack started tweaking a little bit. But I mean, his whole thing, because he was talking, they'll see it on the podcast, but I guess he used to talk to R&B. Which he did not in any way say that they spent time together, but he said they used to talk.
So the reason the 16 is even saying this is because he wants to draw attention and interest to this podcast that's coming out. He's advertising right now. He's plugging the podcast based on this guy's dealings with Wack's girlfriend.
He's like, hey, come check out, sign up for members only and come check out this podcast where I'm talking to WACK100's girlfriend's ex, basically.
You know, that's the reason why anyone would watch that is because of this, and that's why he's advertising it as such. And so what you're going to see next is WACK3Fingers is going to call into the show and dispute this claim that this guy used to talk to his girlfriend.
Bland tartar sauce.
God damn it. I knew this was going to happen.
Dude ain't never talked to my my woman. If he did, I wouldn't have nothing to say about it. But don't be disrespecting like that. That ain't cool, bro. Don't do that with your wife.
What did I say? All I said was that he said he used to talk to her.
So when I saw this, my biggest question that crossed my mind was, why is Whack Three Fingers not screaming at the top of his lungs like he does with everyone else? He sounds so whimpery and so scared right now. He's like, that's not cool, bro. I don't do that with your wife. I don't know why you gotta do that with mine, bro. Cool, bro. I don't do that with your wife. I don't know why you gotta do that with mine, bro.
Cause he's mad because nobody wants his wife.
He's usually like, on Pyro, you ain't gonna do. You know what I mean? He never. You know what I mean? So this is really funny.
He just start lying. People real ain't got nothing to say on Pyro.
But why would I not believe him when he says that? Well, if that's true, then for sure we need to politic that. But that's just what he said.
I'm not gonna politic if something gonna happen. I'm telling you, as a man, it's not true, bro. If it was true, I wouldn't have nothing to say, bro. But it's not cool, bro. I respect your wife, bro. Respect my.
This doesn't have anything to do with mine. But I'm just saying, if.
Whoa! So the 16's like, this don't got nothing to do with my wife.
What?
So he's basically saying, like, keep my wife the fuck out your mouth, bitch. That's pretty much what he was saying. Like, don't talk about, like, we're talking about your wife. Your wife's on the hot seat now, not mine. So that's pretty crazy. Let's hear some more of that.
I respect your wife, bro. Respect my.
This doesn't have anything to do with mine. But I'm just saying, but I'm not making up anything about her. I'm just repeating what I was told, which I didn't have any reason to not believe.
Nigga really like playing the game like, you and Stan used to talk. Nigga really playing that game like it's cool, bro.
Yeah, that's
not cool, bro. The dead homies. That's not cool, bro. That's not okay.
Okay, well, I mean, that's what he told me. I was just saying what he told me. If it's not true, then for sure that's fucked up.
You're not understanding what I'm saying, bro?
Now, people need to realize how over the line this was for the 16 to target Wack's relationship. Wack has been outspokenly sprung.
Are you saying if my man in love with you, I would jump in the pool?
Yes.
Insane.
Oh my God, he did it.
Don't never question my love, queen.
So as you can see, this attention-seeking behavior is really indicative of the puberty-level romance that we are seeing. This is Wack Three Fingers, and he's been outspoken about his sprunghood to the point where everyone, including the 16, should have known not to talk about his girl. I mean, this girl is his most prized possession. He got her tattooed. He got him tattooed on her back. That's not even a joke. And he replaced her teeth. I remember she used to have these regular old fucked up looking teeth with the braces. You know, she was a real lawnmower mouth. But WACK100 was like, no, we gonna throw those out. We gonna get new ones. And that's exactly what he did. He put new ones in there. He's getting her all shined up. He got her these beautiful, inexpensive looking composite veneers. And he's really, you know, he's invested in her. I think he plans to marry this woman. And the 16 knows how much Wack cherishes her, and this is why he targeted her, to humiliate Wack and to embarrass him and to sabotage his relationship. Because let's face it, everyone's been, I mean, if anyone knows Wack, we know how obsessed he is with this woman. We've seen it many times. We've seen him talk about this many times, how they love to, you know, go take trips around the world and shave each other's backs and do 69 and, you know, all this shit. We've heard it all. He's sprung. We get it.
And she's super intelligent.
That is crazy. That's 45 is crazy.
Not only that. Super funny. Baby, just tell me what's on your mind. We gonna figure it out. Mississippi.
Oh, so Mississippi. Oh, okay.
Greenville.
Deep
so
South.
It's different. She a writer. She done wrote 7 books. So, you know, end of the day. And she's super intelligent. You know what I mean? So, and she a hustler. So, end of the day. Nigga, I don't mind telling the world, nigga, I'm sprung as a motherfucker.
Yeah, 10 times this is a coming kiss
I'm
crazy.
crashing out.
Yeah. She's still on the phone. Yeah, she said he didn't tell her to hang up.
You rub on my earlobes while you cleaning my ears? All right, baby. I'll be home. I love you. Yeah, nigga, I'm sprung as a motherfucker. Baby, look. These niggas is too tough. They scared to tell the world they sprung on they girl.
So what I want you guys to understand is that the 16 understands very clearly Wack's obsession. He understands, I mean, we all understand it now, right? Well, the 16 understands it even more than any of us. He He knew that this would be a good source of drama at WAC's expense. That's why he did this purposefully, I think. And so there's no excuse for the 16 not to know. I mean, the 16 claims that he didn't think that WAC would get mad because the guy only said that he talked to R&B. Talked meaning not used to sort of date, but used to just talk to her on Instagram or Clubhouse.
It sounded like
they used to talk. That's what he said.
It sounded like you said they used to talk.
Oh, I took used to sarcasm like they used to have a somewhat of an intimate relationship.
He just said they used to
talk dirty. I mean, I used to kind of like somewhat fuck with her.
I thought it was in the courting process, perhaps, like he was trying to rizz her up or something. But I'm not gonna lie, that was some of the funniest shit in the whole episode. Was just him talking about how he used to talk to R&B. It was really funny. Like,
man, are you listening to this? He's like, it was really funny when we were talking about WAC's girlfriend. That's exactly, he's doing this on purpose. He knows that WAC is a simp for her. So for him to do this, it's intentional, and WAC knows it. And so there's going to be tension on this next Adam and WAC show, on this next clip. We're going to see WAC pretty much alluding to his beef with this guy Stan G and how this has been escalated in some way. And it sort of implies that sort of the streets are involved now, and that WAC is escalating some sort of attack of some kind. I mean, listen to this. You tell me what you think.
He playing what he know what he doing, and you playing with it because I done already told you, yo, Adam, this shit done already went somewhere.
Those who answer
here.
What?
I don't know if you understand. It done already went somewhere already.
What does that mean?
You play. See, that's the problem. You in this culture, but you don't understand when somebody telling you, bro, hey, this shit done already went somewhere.
I feel like I'm asking for the bare minimum by expecting
if
you
to
don't
understand,
be willing to know what he said.
So come to think of it, to be fair, this could also mean WAC could be implying that he's giving information to the authorities about Stan G. That could mean that, this has already gone somewhere, meaning he's already given Stan G up to the police. So that could be a possibility as well. But what I think happened is that WAC has done absolutely nothing, and it's gone absolutely nowhere, but he's just trying to scare the 16 because the 16 has crossed him. WACK100 has zero push in Los Angeles. And so, I think he's just trying to scare the 16, to be honest with you. But I want to show you this next part where WAC starts getting mad, and he brings up known squid Lena the Plug, the 16's plastic surgery freak wife. He brings up Lena the Plug and then almost threatens to drop information about her that we don't know. And I'm going, oh man. And I just want to show you this. Look at this.
Bro, I'm being very mature, bro. Because as a man, I done said it 10 times. I'm off it. And I'm cool on that. Just like you have told me, and with very seriousness in your eyes, when I seen the look in your eyes that day, I said, oh, he don't f with that.
I like how you're making it out like this is a really big deal.
No, whatever it was.
You were insulting my wife's body on camera, and I told you I didn't appreciate that.
Wow. Okay, so I think what we're seeing here is I think WAC is threatening to discuss Lena's spreading, the widening of the gaps of the botch. And I think that's what he's talking about. He's like,
you were talking about my wife's body? What else could that mean? He's obviously talking about the botched spread. So WAC is actually threatening the 16 in front of our eyes, but the 16's putting it on blast. He's like, you were talking about my wife's body. We all know what that means. So that's pretty funny that WAC's pulling out the ammo, okay? And I think he's got a lot more. I think that's small compared to what he's got and what he's willing to share. And that's probably why the 16's playing ball with him and not releasing the interview with the Stan G guy, because he's afraid that WAC might turn and expose, okay? So let's play a little bit more of these clips here.
Okay, well, I didn't think I was, right?
Because I don't want to ever do anything on this podcast that is going to cause my wife to be upset.
Oh, but mine's is right now.
Why? She doesn't even know why. Because she hasn't been informed, because you refuse to even listen to it.
On Clubhouse folk to eat
the Stan G interview will be butchered. I thought at the very least we could get some kind of communication about the content and decide what WAC didn't like. Turns out WAC doesn't like anybody who knew R&B before him speaking on her in any way ever, which to me is a little wild.
WAC's just squirming around in his chair. The 16 keeps saying things like, this guy knew your woman before you. What? And WAC's just like, hold on, bro, hold on. And he's squirming around. He can't stand the thought of it. He can't stand the thought of his woman knowing another man. And I'm talking carnal knowledge. So, yeah, this is really funny to me. And now you're going to see what you're going to see next is, oh, yeah, this is when Wack admits that he knows all about this guy, Stan G, and he starts talking all this shit about him. And then what the 16 does is he suggests that this guy is a bigger catch to a woman than Wack, if that makes any sense. Let me just play the clip.
5 years. That nigga might have been there 3 years maybe and never had his room failed. So he has to come and hope somebody lets him up, right? We got whole sides and sections to where that's what it is. Wherever that woman goes on the app, she's respected more than me, right? This is a dude that has to, he's left down at the bottom most of the time where they won't let him talk.
So you think Wack Big got
for you
cracked?
to tie my woman to a motherfucking peasant is crazy, bro. Of course she gonna be offended. I would be offended, bro, on some real shit.
Personally, I think he's a catch.
Okay, well, I mean, that's you, man. You know.
If I was forced to choose between Wack and Stan G, I don't know.
See now, the shit you just said right now?
Like as a woman.
No, the shit you just said right now, right? Bro, this is a nigga who will call my phone, collect, and tell me he'll sweep my floors if I help bail him out because he ain't got $1,300. Nigga, I said, nigga, I don't fuck with you. What kind of weird ass? I can't call my mama. I can't call my daddy. I done stole money. I can't go back to Memphis. The bitches he fuck with, bro, is like motherfucking walruses. Outside, he got one baby mama that's cool. They all be on the app telling all his business, hiding shitted on himself. And
so the 16 is suggesting to Wack that R&B probably had good reason to like Stan G and to talk to him because he's a catch. He's so handsome. He has so much hair. He's so tall. These are things that Wack can't offer a woman. And so Wack's getting upset. And I thought this was so funny. And Wack would deny that R&B had any type of dealings with him at all and that he's lying about even talking to her. WACK100 says that Stan G's lying about having even talked to R&B. But that's not what Stan G says in this leaked audio. I can't wait to show you this. This is Stan G talking about WACK100's girlfriend. This is someone who the 16 says is a bigger catch than WACK100. Listen to this.
I'm going to keep it all the way going. I never talked. That was my little Scorpio back there. That's what I call R&B at that time, because both were Scorpios. That's why when everything I heard me was saying, I was like, she a Scorpio, man. Man, R&B was super cool. I knew R&B was a hustler back then. She's from Mississippi. I'm from Memphis. Mississippi females love Memphis. It's just something in the wall.
You can't trust these hoes,
so back then, when me and R&B used to be talking, this before Stephen Midway, bro. Let's get that off top. Let's go and push it off top. Wack never knew all the stuff in art. I don't read. I don't even know how to. I ain't never read a whole book in my life. I'm gonna keep it all the way real. Charlie got books out and shit. Man, I got comments. I got sense. I ain't just got comments, man. I got sense for real, bro. It's just more than calm. But I want some more shit with P. Game though. More than calm. But I want some more shit with P. Game though. You know what I'm saying? Me and her. We was talking on a level, like she was feeling me to the max. She was telling me how to run my business, and that's when I started liking her. But at the same time, I couldn't really mess with her on that level because she was like 45, like she probably about 45, 46 right now. She almost 10 years older than me. I never talked to older females, and I was saying that when I used to be talking to her, I was like, man, I don't really like older females. This. So she already knew me and her was never gonna be an item. But at the same time, they come around the world, talking about it be early in the morning time. I swear to God, pictures on my life from dying right now, I'm flying right now. When I still come to her room, what y'all doing up here? And then had her freaking voice on, like she playing in it and everything. And when we went on private, like a little private, man, saw the damn telling about the book on themselves. You know what I'm talking about? That's how freaky she is. That's how she got wet. That's why Wack mine so gone.
Wow, so Stan G knows how freaky Wack's girl is. What? He knows exactly how freaky she is because she has said freaky stuff to him over the phone.
Freaked out.
And he says that he could have been with her if he wanted her, but he didn't even want her because she was too old for him. So if that's true, then Wack Three Fingers, the only reason he has a girlfriend right now is because Stan G kicked this girl to the curb, didn't want to be with her. What? That's crazy. So Wack should actually be thanking Stan G for not being interested in R&B because if he was interested, they would surely be together now, right now. So that's pretty interesting. And I don't think that WACK is mature enough to get past this. His retroactive jealousy is such that I don't think it's going to allow him to move past this. I think this is the beginning of the end. I really do. I mean, she was lusting for Stan G. She was fantasizing about them together in bed. And he's telling the world about this, and the 16 is giving him the stage to do that. I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think this is actually causing severe arguments behind the scenes between WACK and his woman. I think that they're fighting and bickering over this. I think this is the beginning of the end, and it's just coming crashing down all at the hands of a cuck from the little old town of Nashua, New Hampshire. So the 16 did decide to cut out the parts of the interview where they were talking about WACK's girlfriend. And I think that's very cuck-worthy, and he is just really, really weak for that. I think that that's really pathetic that the 16 is allowing WACK to run his business for him. To tell him what to do, that's so... I mean, he is a cuck, so... thank you guys for watching this video. I'm so glad that you guys are still here, and I would love for you to check out the Patreon if you have not already. And I'll see you on the next one.
I'll be back. Bruh, I don't know how he do it, bruh, but how he manipulate these goofballs, cause they need to be putting hands and feet on Adam. Fact though, nigga, but it's like how he just keep on manipulating it to some other situation for niggas to you know what I'm saying, crash out on. You know what I'm saying? Now they got T-Rail. You know what I'm saying? They crashing out on T-Rail. You know what I'm saying? And shit, that shit. They crashing out on, they trying to crash out on T-Rail and shit, bro. I'm like, bro, now he got this other dude who was all up in that situation, bro. And he wonder why people don't want to go on his channel or just fuck with motherfuckers. Like, bruh. All this fucking goof shit happening, bruh. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, bruh. Like they said, bruh. They gonna put whoever the fuck they want to put on this goddamn show. Adam have you beefing with a motherfucking ant. If he could. You get what I'm saying? So, hey, don't fall for the BS. You know what I'm saying? We need to put hands and feet on Adam. That's the most bottom situation. How many people don't, you know what I'm saying? Let's be on some real nigga shit, though, to be honest. But, the other niggas, man, they know they gonna do what they do. You know what I'm saying? They press every now and then, you know what I'm saying? You know, they trying to get their shit. I feel them, you know what I'm saying? So, we just gotta be more objective to talk back to you pussy ass crackers. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, at the end of the day, when the shit come down with the hands, it happens. You know what I'm saying? So, thing with ADAM22 pussy ass, you know what I'm saying? He running from that hands. We already seen with King Peel, you know what I'm saying? But he might be on some fuck shit. We don't know, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. Make sure y'all fuck with your boy. We out to bitch. And also, I beat Crip gang shit. Gang, gang.
Hey, Dad, you know, dog, when we link up, dog, this shit be legendary. You know this is instrumental, you the engineer on it, so Kodak everywhere.